we're back here at the Guillotines and Guitar Studio here in Hartsville, South Carolina, and we have another great show for you tonight. We are on cut 24, one away from 25, two away from 26, three away from 27. You want me to keep going?
We can count. That's good.
I can. 24 episodes in deep, knees deep. It's touching the giblets. It's about to get real deep. But I hope everybody,
all of them,
everybody. I said, but hopefully, toodaloo. Everybody's been keeping up with us. Hope you watched all the episodes. Hope you have subscribed to our YouTube channel and
subscribed. We hope you have described our channel.
For everybody out there, I have Tourette's syndrome.
T-Rex.
Yeah. I can't say shit. Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's it.
Or would that be literacy?
All of the above, I think.
But yeah, 1 through 24 is out. YouTube, we on Spotify, iHeartRadio.
We're doing episode 24 now.
That's what I said.
No, you said 1 through 24 is out now.
But they're not going to hear it for 2 weeks, so technically it would be,
That's
right?
True.
Hold on, where's my mic drop? But yeah, we're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora. We're on everything. Carol has done a good job on getting us all these platforms. He's working on getting us in on Sirius XM, though.
I am trying.
He is really fighting hard.
Anywhere you listen to podcasts, we are on.
We are on the platforms.
We are there.
All you got to do is reach out, listen, subscribe, tell your friends about us.
Yeah, that's the most important. We're doing, like I said before, we're doing really well in the audio world, like Spotify, but we need more Facebook interaction and more YouTube interaction. That'd be great if we can get that. So, and we're still waiting to hear from somebody other than the United States. I want to hear someone foreign. I don't care where you are. I want to hear from you. I want to talk to you. Even if it's in a different language, I will try to understand you, and I will dialogue your accent, and I will break it down, and we will talk forever. I'll be your pen pal.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
If all that happens, I'm here to watch it and see.
Do a little business before we get started. Make me reach again. We got plenty of koozies left. We got plethora. Koozies left. Plural. Got a lot of koozies left. What?
Just because words sound close, that don't mean it mean the same thing.
It sounded good though, didn't it?
It did sound good.
Thank you. Coins. I don't know if y'all can see the coin, but it's got a guitar and a guillotine on its side. It's black nickel plated. It's very heavy. Very heavy. It's going to be worth something someday, so you better get it now. I don't want to hear you bitching and complaining when we're in Vegas doing our podcast on toilets and $1 million Casiles.
Yep, it'll be on NASDAQ one day.
Wow, I can't wait to see what YouTube does for their automatic closed captioning they create.
We got Carol ordered some more hats. They're $20 a piece. Coins are $15. Koozies are $5. So email us. Drop a message on Facebook or whatever, and we'll get them to you.
We got some shirts coming.
Got some shirts coming. Hey, we got a new shirt out, too. I'm hurting Linda shirts. $50 a piece. All proceeds go to me. Thank you for your support.
I feel like they should go somewhere else. I really feel like they should go to a different spot.
No,
I think the creator of the shirt
quick short story. Quick short story. So we played at the Blind Pig last Saturday night, and before the show, Trey put this exact same shirt on, and I guess I didn't realize he had it on for a couple minutes.
It took you like 5 minutes to realize it. I even did this thing where I was like, Chris, what's up, man? I'm scratching my chin. Like,
Trey was asking you questions, trying to direct your
Focus.
your focus to where he was moving his hands, and you were just like oblivious. You were like, yeah, that's right, yeah, whatever. But I was like, God, what's going to take
why is Trey
him to
making
notice
such a
it?
big deal about it?
I didn't even notice it. I was like,
When he did notice it, though, oh, man, he tripped.
oh my God. When I noticed, I was like, this is the best shirt in the world. Because the picture that's on here, I didn't think nobody has saw this damn picture.
Oh, yeah, I had it saved.
Who took that picture?
Kimberly, we was in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I just got done with a show, and it was a plastic bottle of Jim Beam Red Stag.
So you were drunk?
It fell out.
What?
I got all the alcohol out the trunk going to the hotel, and the Jim Beam fell. So I tried to pick it up and I lost my balance. It fell over.
So you went down with the ship. I'm going down to
Yeah. I'm going
trying
down
to save it.
Yeah, so I fell down, and
It looks like you recovered
And,
it.
you
Though.
know,
you were showing.
my wife Kimberly and
I got
her,
it.
she loves taking pictures, and you know, what in the hell's going on over here? I got questions. He's free pouring over there. I don't even remember where I was.
Kimberly was
Said,
taking a
shit,
picture.
I want some of what you got. Shit. So yeah, Kimberly, you know, and her, you know, she loves taking pictures. So when she thought it was the funniest thing, and she's just starting snap. She probably got more pictures than this one. But yeah, she got that. I didn't realize that you had it. So kudos to her, to you, and you to her.
Oh, we've got lots of pictures of you in there.
I got questions.
In that
You talking
sort
to
of-
my damn wife?
Lots of pictures of you in compromising positions.
Well, you want me to tell you where I found it?
Where'd you find it?
On your Facebook page. So yeah,
God, I see how stupid I am. Hey guys, look how stupid
Well,
I was last night.
it was either that picture or the picture that I have of you on the floor out there in Chirac. You know what I'm talking
Oh
about.
my God.
I decided not to go with that one.
I wouldn't have minded. I don't care. But that was funny too. But I you know, I remember going down to turn the monitor off. I don't remember anything else out of that. I was trying to help.
I won't tell the story, but it's funny.
I know. I was trying to turn it off and it was unplugged.
Or you were trying to turn it on and it was unplugged. No, you're trying to connect your
God.
you're trying to connect your phone to it. I want to play some music.
Yeah, that's right.
We were trying to pack up. Chris is, I want to play some music. He's pointing down towards it. And he's like getting closer and closer. Next thing you know, he gets down on his knees and one hand. Now it's two hands and his phone's not even in his hand anymore.
In other words,
Now
you
hold
can
on.
see me.
He's getting lower and lower. It's just step by step. It's one knee, two knees in one hand, two knees in both hands, and he's just looking at his phone, going, "Connect, damn it!" And then he gets a little bit closer, like he's trying to listen to the floor. And then he fell asleep.
I wish you could have did a time lapse on that.
Well, the problem is I have video. I'll still go along with
God. You got to show me after the show. That's funny.
this. I might,
I want to see that.
pull it
Connect, damn it. Connect, damn it.
All right, so we already got off rails already.
it's only been 9 minutes.
Yeah.
Way out. We way in the ditch somewhere.
All right. Carol, you're going to spend the coin this time. We're going to see what topics we're about to do. That's my coin, by the way. Give it back to me when you're done.
I think this is CEO Barfield's coin.
That's a lie.
That is my coin.
Let me do that again.
Oh, give me a drum roll, please.
There we go. It's looking like
Guillotines. Guillotines.
Guillotines.
That first spin was a dud.
We're gonna have another debate about this guillotine shit.
We've already had the debate about
and
it.
I won. That most of the
No, you
people,
didn't.
the peoples agreed with me.
The people you called and had write in and say,
I ain't got to write in shit.
yeah.
We all agree. My people agree.
I missed something.
Are you the people's champion?
You damn right. Don't you never forget it. Guillotine. So we're
It
talking.
doesn't matter what.
That was perfect. Damn it, you got me. I had to stop talking. I was like, son of a bitch.
Let's do some shots.
Yeah, well, before every cut or every subject, we do a shot to christen the
each
episode. So in this, we're doing the guillotines, which is Blade. Any and everything about the movie. We're just gonna talk about Blade.
Yep. Blade. It was released on this date, August 21st, 1998.
And that was pretty cool. By the way, these topics are brought to you by our host, Scott, or one of our hostesses.
Yep, one of the hosts.
Hostesses.
As long as it ain't at his house, there'll be no hosting.
Yeah, there will be no hosting.
You will not get past Chuck.
Chuck.
Come on in, worker.
All right, cheers, boys. Here too, we good.
Cheers.
That son of a gun had some booze in it, buddy.
Oh yeah, them buttery nipples to be going down, but
They're good.
They do. They're good.
you kill me. You kill me.
You still got a little bit
You
left.
got to stop.
I don't do shots.
You got to stop. A shot. That means you do the whole damn thing. You just get it done.
I do it in quarters.
That's like a 8-hour
that's
working
right.
day for you. Oh, got to take a break.
6.
Jesus Christ.
6. I'm not a professional alcoholic like you are.
I'm not.
I normally drink.
I still got a work in progress.
Thank you, Trey.
I used to drink once every other
I can
month.
tell you what, people don't know what Trey does on this show.
He does a lot.
He does everything.
What, let's not get ahead of ourselves. He just started doing everything. Don't mute me.
I wasn't going to.
He has brought us
he's
to
good.
a new level.
He has.
There I go.
He's good once the show starts, but when he's sitting over there at the bar before we roll, and if you say, Trey, can you make me a drink? I ain't on the clock. Make it yourself.
He's very professional. You know,
That's right. As soon as we go off the air, same thing. Get it yourself.
Get your own damn drink. Lloyd is closed. All right, guillotines. We're talking about Blade. Man.
Blade was released 1998 again, August 21st today.
Yep, today. So there was nothing leading up to. There's been a bunch of vampire movies, but Blade was the first one. And the reason I like Blade, what's the actor's name who played in Lost Boys? Deacon Frost, the bad guy. What's his name?
Kiefer Sutherland.
Is that it?
No, the one who played Deacon Frost is Stephen Dorff.
He played in
He
the Lost
wasn't in
Boys.
the Lost Boys.
Yes, he was.
Kiefer Sutherland was in the Lost Boys.
Who's
Look it
Kiefer Sutherland? Is that
Kiefer
Deacon
Sutherland-
Frost? Deacon Frost?
No,
I don't know.
Kiefer Sutherland was he played in the Lost Boys. He was the main vampire.
Vampire, yeah.
Hold on.
That was a good show,
Kiefer
too.
Sutherland, one who played in Young Guns. He was in 24 to popular TV
I hadn't
show.
watched The Lost Boys in a long time.
I hadn't either,
That'd
but
be-
I don't remember. Stephen Dorff, I don't think played in the Lost Boys.
Yeah, because we
But
could.
Stephen Dorff was the one who played the character in Blade, who was opposite Wesley Snipes. He was the bad guy in the movie.
Because we could have like a movie night at your house and watch The Lost Boys. You could cook steaks. I mean, we'll bring our own beer and alcohol, but
Well,
think you get us
I like that
pass to
idea.
get a chuck.
maybe. Well, if
I mean, we
If
could
y'all
wear our
could-
work clothes and slip right on by. Come on in, worker.
Okay, I was wrong because Stephen Dorff played Deacon Frost.
yeah,
Shit, I could have
You thought it
sworn
was Kiefer
there was.
Sutherland?
I could have sworn they were the same people.
no, totally different people.
You was close.
I'll be damned. I got all excited for nothing. That's
But
what I get for not
Stephen-
doing my homework.
Stephen Dorff actually. Do you remember that movie Judgment Night? He played
Yeah.
in that
Oh yeah. he
with
did.
Emilio Estevez. Who else was in it?
Damn, that's something I ain't seen in a long.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba Gooding
played
Jr.
in it.
Yeah.
Where they rented a big RV to go to a fight.
Yeah, and that was a
And
hell of a night.
Stephen Dorff was, I think he played Emilio Estevez's younger brother in the movie. But they take a detour because the interstate's packed. So they take this big RV off the road and get it in
They
some
rented it,
bad,
didn't
they rented
Yeah.
it. And get in a bad neighborhood and ended up witnessing a murder, I think. And then, of course, the people who did the murder was trying to eliminate all the witnesses, so they tracked them. And the bad guy in it was Dennis Leary.
Yeah, he plays a good bad guy and stuff too.
Yeah. mean, that was a cool movie. But yeah, so Stephen Dorff, he's played in a lot of stuff, but he, I guess I can kind of see where you got Kiefer Sutherland. They kind of look similar. They had similar hairstyles, I think.
I'm gonna say Kimberly told me that lie, so I'm gonna blame it on her.
Well, if she doesn't, you'll be in trouble when you get home tonight
Yep, when she hears
or in
about
2
it.
weeks.
That's why we can edit shit. It won't be on there.
So
It'll be
anyway,
on there.
Blade, starring Wesley Snipes.
It had that Chris Christopherson on there. Ain't he a singer?
Chris, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's a singer.
Yeah, he's an old singer.
He's
He's
kinda
played
done
in a
lot
few
of things.
movies too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had and
Didn't he
the
used to rodeo or something too?
you do.
He was a boxer.
You do
A boxer.
Kiar. You do Kiar.
What?
Is that how you say his name? Odu Kiar.
Odu.
I have
UDO.
no idea. You speaking a different language here or what?
He's in a lot of movies.
Who?
If you see, I can't spin this thing around. Udo Kiar.
Okay.
Hey Siri. Hold on, I got you. Hold on. It's this guy right here. That guy right there.
Udo.
Oh, yeah,
Udo
he's- he-
Kier.
Yeah,
He's been in a lot of stuff.
him.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I've never known his name actually
I didn't either.
until he
It's
just
Udo Kiar.
he has taught us something. That is a first.
Isn't it?
He just found it.
Yeah, he's played in a
Stumbling.
lot of movies. And yeah, I never
Yeah.
knew who he was.
Yeah, it's Udo Kiar.
I never knew his name.
I don't think you're pronouncing it right, but
Well, you pronounce it for me then.
what I don't know because I never knew what his name
Uno
was.
de Kiar?
You might be pronouncing it right, but my guess is you're probably not.
What other movies he's on? I'm trying to think of it.
He was on.
Let's see here. He's scary. He's still looking
He
at
was
me
on the movie with the Ace Ventura Pet Detective.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
He was on that movie.
Hold on. He thought he was the killer. He held that big party and he went to the bathroom and messed it up. So, do not go in there. Ooh. I could have died.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. And he had a snowflake. You know,
Yeah, he
That's
thought
not
he had
Snowflake.
Yeah,
I fell in the damn
he had
pool.
a shark in it.
Yeah, that's not Snowflake. That shit's funny as hell.
That was a funny movie.
Oh,
that old
my
Jim
God.
Carrey, he's comedy at best. I mean,
But yeah, he played he played some villains and some because he got a villain face. I mean, his name is Udar.
Maybe.
Udar.
Udo. It's
Udo.
UDO.
Udar.
I would think that'd be Udo.
You think the U is silent? I believe there's two more letters to pronounce. Dur. Oh, dur.
Was this guy actually in Blade?
Yes, he was.
Okay, I was just wondering if while we were still talking about this.
That'd be something if he was.
But again,
let's
seen
go
plenty
to
of
Kiefer Sutherland thing for 5 minutes.
That's where I
he
thought we
wasn't
were
even in the movie.
seen plenty of vampire movies, but this one come out differently, and and it was more, I don't know, like down to earth, like okay, this could actually happen. Like I could see him actually being a
Well,
vampire.
I remember. I remember when the movie come out. I mean, I thought it was a good movie. And I thought Wesley Snipes was,
Perfect.
great in it. Yeah.
Perfect for the
He
role.
was perfect for it. But there was that. Do you know? There was in some of the scenes they had the vampires. The bad vampires would talk in a different language. Where it had the subtitles.
It did a stone geek.
But do you know that wasn't an actual language? A lot of people thought it was Russian that they were speaking, but I read this thing on it where it was
Made up.
it was a made up
Like Klingons
language.
from Star
Yeah,
Trek.
it was a made up language from a UCLA professor, a linguistic professor, who actually come up with the language, and it was just totally made up.
So I
it
could
had
have come
some
up
Russian. It had some Russian accents in it. But it wasn't Russian. It was
So
it
the
was
day
just totally
actually-
made up. I guess she she was a professor at UCLA. She come up with the language, and so I guess the actors had to learn what she was.
So they actually knew what they were saying,
Well,
possibly.
they wouldn't say anything because it was a made up language.
But if it was a made
I mean, it wasn't. They wasn't speaking in any type of.
Well, a lot of times, like, I guess actors have memorized their roles or whatever, but did they have, she tell them what they were gonna say?
I guess she had it written out, and whenever what they were supposed to say and how it sounded and how they accented certain, I guess. I don't know, but it's that to me, that was a weird little fact. That was like, to get that in depth in a movie and to do something like that when I think it only happened a couple of times in the movie, where they spoke that language, It wasn't anything prominent, but I mean, to take that much time and detail to actually come up with something like that, that's, the language, I mean, it's made up, doesn't mean anything, but I thought that was a cool little fact to the movie.
It is.
I didn't know that, Scott, but once again, you have brought something to the table I've never heard before.
Well, that's because when I start doing some research, I kind of go deep into it, and I'm like,
what field would you in the tractor when you was doing this research?
I don't know.
Field 5?
Hey,
We don't have my numbers. We got names.
as long as it's not food or alcohol, he will bring something to the table.
I'm telling you, he be bringing some knowledge. That's for damn sure. I like every podcast, and I'm like, Scott's digging up some damn bones and talk. He gonna say some shit we ain't never heard of.
Digging up bones.
Digging up bones. I'm digging up bones.
I got some other bones too in the graveyard I dug up. Do you know Wesley Snipes wasn't the first choice?
Oh,
Was it that?
There's I say he wasn't the first choice. The studio who actually made the film, I think he was one of the first choices, but there was another studio who owned the rights to the movie, and they wanted to make it a Western with Richard Roundtree. Shaft. That's who they wanted to be Blade.
Shaft.
He'd have probably done okay.
Well, I think he would have done good because Richard Roundtree, he's similar
to Wesley
physical stature to Wesley Snipes and all that.
They didn't want what's his name? Who played Shaft?
Richard Roundtree played Shaft.
The remake.
Oh, Samuel L. Jackson.
Hey, motherfucker! Shine them teeth at me.
So the originals, I think, studio wanted that they wanted it to be like a Western type movie. I don't see Blade being a Western, but
hey, mother. Oh shit! He's on it tonight.
Help Trey help you.
But then I think anyway, and then when the studio who actually released it, I think they had 3 people in mind for the lead, which was Wesley Snipes. I think was their number 1 or number 2 choice. They also had Denzel Washington, which I could see him.
I could see him being he's a good actor.
And then I think LL Cool J was there.
Yeah, I mean, he could have probably pulled it off, but
Isn't that something?
ladies love Cool James.
Yeah, I'm a vampire.
Yeah.
That's more like John Travolta, I think.
See my Kango? See my Kango? It Frito.
I'm going back to Transylvania. That was bad. I will cut that one out.
But the furthest Blade I'd go is number 2. Because number 3 and I think they made a 4th one. I didn't like them so much. I've seen
Number
all of
3 was called Trinity, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Blade Trinity.
Yeah,
That was the one that had Ryan Reynolds.
Mm-hmm.
And who was the girl? She's married to what's his name, Justin Timberlake now.
But I think number
she
1.
used to be married. No, was she? She wasn't the one married to Ryan Reynolds, was she?
They might have dated. I don't know, but she played in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake.
Yeah, was it Jessica?
Jessica Biel?
Jessica Biel. She played
God,
in
I
Trinity.
think
Ryan Reynolds.
Might have. I know she's married to old Justin Timberlake now, I think. I mean, I think they've been married for
Quite some time.
for years. But I thought the second one was pretty good too.
I like the.
I liked the second one. It had a good
One and
story.
Actually, I think I read that was Wesley Snipes' favorite was the second
number
one.
2.
Yep.
They were good. I'd like to see him do another one, but
well,
he's a little
Probably
older
never
now.
happen.
you know,
Probably not. But
so I believe Trey's got a little story behind Wesley Snipes.
Don't you have some history with old Wesley Snipes?
I have some history. Yeah. Why? What'd you hear?
I remember seeing a Facebook post.
Yeah. No, I did some projects with Wesley Snipes. You were talking about the language that they made up for the thing. So I can't go into details about it, but there was a project that I was working on with Wesley Snipes where for a movie that was from a novel he had written, and it was a sword, and the sword had to have this like alien language written on it. So I created a font, A through Z, so that I could have fonts that repeated themselves, so it looked like an actual font. And on the sword, it actually says Trey Davis is cool, but it's in this weird font that nobody would ever know. That's been several years now, so I think we're safe to put that out there. That it's probably not coming out. But if it does, and you see this sword with this alien writing on it, that's my name.
Can you tell us any, like, when you was personally with him, or can you tell us anything about that when you was having meetings with him? Or
All right. Well, okay. So we'll start from the beginning then. So when we first met was over the telephone, as you would, but we had to talk with his handler first, or his partner, who explained to us how we were expected to address Wesley Snipes, and I just wasn't into following along with that because it was. You'll notice that I may speak to Mr. Snipes and call him Dr. Snipes, or sometimes Chief, and that's what we would appreciate it. We weren't required, but we would appreciate it if you would refer to him as Dr. Snipes or Chief. And I wasn't going to do
Trey's
that.
like, listen here, Wes.
No. I was respectful. I never called him by his first name because we were business.
So
we were
did
doing
you
a
call
business
him?
together.
You call him Dr.
I called him Mr. Snipes.
Oh,
and
so
he
you
was-
didn't call him Dr. Snipes?
I couldn't do that.
Did it?
I mean, I could.
Could you
I could
tell?
have,
Did
but-
it? Could
but
you
since
tell
I
if
was-
it was getting under his skin or not? Like if he was like,
No. See, that's what I was going to say. So when we first had a conversation, our first phone call conversation was very. You're talking to a movie star, right? He's very soft spoken, very slow. Yes, it's nice to meet you. Nice talking to you. Looking forward to working together. That sort of thing. But then when you meet and it's like, what's up, man? It's so good to see you. Like, how's it going? So it was totally different person from, and I get it. He had to make sure that he was being serious. This is a serious thing that we're doing, the projects we're working on. And they go from that to now we're cool with each other. Now we know that we see each other eye to eye. We understand what our roles are.
So do you think it was? Do you think that was something that Wesley Snipes required? Or do you think that was just his handler or business partner thinking that's what he wanted?
I think it might have been a little bit of both.
You had
Maybe I don't
that
know.
with like Elvis didn't know
You
what was
think he was
going
just-
on with the Colonel. The Colonel was doing all kind of stuff on Elvis's behalf, saying this is what
Yeah.
Elvis
Do you
wanted,
think
and
he-
Elvis had no idea what was going on.
No, I think that Wesley Snipes, he was 100% into what was going on. This was the project we were working on. I can't name it, but the project we were working on was
but
his.
when you
all
didn't
his,
call him what his partner said,
that was just
he
a
didn't-
small. Yeah, that was just a small part of that whole conversation that we had. So it was just like,
Okay, but I mean,
it was just
didn't-
this guy letting us know that.
he didn't take offense. I mean, he didn't come up and say, "Please address me as Dr. Snipes or
No.
Chief."
He done pulled
and
a
you
sword
actually
out on
met him in person, right?
Several times, yeah.
How was that?
I just went through the entire thing about how it was a much.
Can you start over, please?
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
I'm just kidding.
So there I was. The lights were just like they are now. I was wearing an outfit. He was too.
Was you afraid he was going to roundhouse your ass? I mean, like a.
No, because I'm from Pine Ridge.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, hey, let him come up on the campground about 2 a.m. in the morning in our little square.
That's right.
I get messed up out here.
No, Wesley Snipes was really cool. I'm really excited and that I got to work with him. It's unfortunate that it didn't get to go further than what it did, but it is what it is.
That's cool, man. That you. I mean,
how long ago was that?
He told you
7, 8 years ago.
You didn't listen to the story.
I don't remember what year it was really.
He didn't say the year.
He did twice.
What year was it in?
None of your damn business now.
Okay, see, he just said he didn't remember what year it was.
Let me go back, rewind. There I was. The light was like it is now. I was wearing an outfit, and so was he.
No,
but I mean,
You're trying to set the mood.
The movie y'all working on. I mean, it still could be made because there's movies that are in.
Oh yeah, no,
they
at some point, yeah.
held up
you
for
got the cast right
10,
here.
10,
You got the
11
cast
years.
right here.
So I mean,
No, not with this movie. This is not the cast for the movie.
I'll play Dr. Snipes.
I don't know.
Well, give us your best Blade voice.
I actually don't even know if he was casting himself in it. I think he was just directing it.
Whistler.
That I don't know.
Meet me, nerds, matey. I don't know what the hell I just said.
Sounds exactly like
I don't either.
But that's a cool
you
story.
confusing Blade with Pirates of the Caribbean. I think.
Actually, that was Periscope Down Under, if y'all ever seen that movie. Probably not. Losers.
I don't think I ever seen that movie. I remember the name. Was that a comedy?
But that's cool, man. So Trey has met basically the whole cast of Blade, which is Wesley Snipes. So that's pretty damn
the whole
cool.
cast.
Well,
That was a brief
lot of other people.
That was a brief period of time where myself and Dr. Snipes were
I
on
wish
first name basis.
Christopherson was with him. That'd have been even more awesome.
That would have been awesome for me. Yeah.
So that's cool stuff right there. So they
That
had
is.
how many Blades did they
He got
make?
killed in the movie, didn't he?
Not the
Chris.
second one.
Chris Christopherson.
It made you
Yeah, I
think,
think
so. Yeah,
he got
he got-
killed.
But in the second one, he got killed, didn't he?
I can't remember. I ain't watched the second one
99%
forever.
sure he got killed.
I think so too.
I get
Vampires got him.
So I just want to say, I didn't watch any of the Blade movies, and I never told him that. But you know what his first big role was? You'll never believe it if you didn't.
White Man Can't Jump.
No, way before that. His first being out in the spotlight thing was Michael Jackson's Thriller, or Michael Jackson's Bad.
Get the fuck
Oh
out of
yeah,
here.
he was one of the
He's one of
gang
the
members.
gangsters at the beginning of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. He is in there.
You
Yeah,
didn't know that. Tell me, yeah.
no, I do
remember
remember.
now.
I remember. No, I didn't remember at the time, but now that he said that, I remember seeing him. He's one of the gang members that Michael Jackson confronts in
Yeah.
the subway.
And they're friends or whatever, and then so at the end they're
What do you have on?
Well, he was in the gang, so I mean,
Yeah.
he had leather and chains.
He had gang stuff on.
So Michael
Yeah.
Jackson had a cameo in Blade, but it never got released.
Yeah, I think he.
Whoa,
and,
whoa.
I think he
Stan.
and Stan Lee.
Yep, both of them had cameos, but they never got released.
Wow, I didn't know
But
that either.
don't tell nobody. I told you that.
And you know, Blade was the first comic book to major movie
It's
that it set the whole comic book to
Yep.
movies.
except for Marvel and
A lot of people think it was
That's interesting.
X-Men in 2000, but Blade was highly successful when it come out in 98. I think
Yeah.
it grossed like 160 million,
it
something like
set
that.
the bar. It opened the
Yeah,
door and kept it open.
Yeah, so
That's
it
crazy.
opened the door to the Hollywood executives saw the success that movie had, and they were like, "Okay, maybe we can do more comic book stuff and bring it to the big screen," you know. And so that's what.
And now you can't get enough of it. Now it's everywhere. Every single one, every comic has its own
yeah,
movie.
every comic has. Yeah,
Can you believe?
And I never was I didn't even know. And apparently, I read Wesley Snipes didn't even know Blade was a comic book, which I didn't know it was
Probably
either
not.
because I never been a big comic book guy, so I don't. I mean, I never knew that Blade was a comic book. You know, when the movie come out, I thought it was a cool movie. But apparently, Wesley Snipes, when he signed up for the role, he didn't know it was a comic book either, and so he didn't even go back and read any of the comics to try
Clearly
and
wasn't
draw.
a popular one. Or was it a popular comic?
I think it was a popular comic.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, Wesley Snipes, when he took the role, he didn't even go back to researched the character in the comic books to try and draw from it. You know,
Yeah. He wanted to do it himself.
He said he drew on his own experience and wanted to kind of make it his own. Which I think he did a great job with. I mean, I think
Probably drew from the Michael Jackson video.
Can you imagine? Think about this. So when was the Michael Jackson video?
that would have been
for Bad?
1988.
I figured you would know. It was somewhere around there.
Well, Bad was 1988.
He might be
I
off
think.
a couple of days.
Or
but he's close.
87, 88, 87.
Whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. You know what matters? What matters is the fact is that Wesley Snipes was in a music video with Michael Jackson back in the day when that was the biggest thing ever. He had no idea that several years later he would meet me.
Dr. Davis, how are you doing today?
I'm just letting you know that that's a big deal to me.
So if Wesley wanted to be called Chief, did we call you King then?
well, no,
King-
I don't
King
know.
Davis?
No, he could be called Chief for whatever his reasons are. But
But I mean, you. We
I'm
call
just-
you King
I'm
Davis.
Dr. Trey
Oh, okay.
or LL Cool Trey. I like to say him, but Dr. Trey's good. I'll go with Dr. Dr. Trey, TRE with apostrophe. The Chronic. I've got it all planned out.
You know, because Wesley played in the Michael Jackson video, and then when Michael Jackson played in the cameo, he said, "Yeah, don't put that shit in there. You should take that shit out."
I wonder if he really said that.
He did. Page 33.
You
No,
put
just
that
kidding.
thing in there. Oh.
I would like to
just
see the
kidding.
cameo. I mean, I'd like to see the video.
I
mean,
would
to see
too,
what, I
if
wonder
they
what
got
he was
one.
going to be
I
in
don't
the
know, but
cameo.
it's-
you know, because
it's
Michael
out there
Jackson's
somewhere.
he's been in a camp. He was in Men in Black. Remember that? He was an alien.
I can be Agent M.
Yeah.
he was in a scary movie too with Tom
Zed.
Cruise, wasn't he?
Zed.
With Tom Cruise.
Yeah. What Tom Cruise in a scary movie? What movie was that?
No, that was Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen. I said Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah,
I
well
meant
that wasn't the real Michael Jackson. It was
it was close.
yeah. What are you doing with my daughter?
But it's a girl.
It's the girl. All right, I think it's
Just
time
kidding. We
for
love you, Michael.
Damn, we didn't go too much further into the Blade deal.
I mean, there's just a lot to talk about, and
Well,
Trey
I
had a
mean,
good story.
that, like
Scott,
Chris,
he-
I would like to know how Chris Christopherson got in Blade.
I have a question real quick.
I would
we can't
imagine
get
he,
into
You know, Chris
I would imagine
Christopherson
he
played
There we
auditioned
in.
go.
for it.
All different directions.
and probably got
Well,
got the
he
role.
played in a lot of Steven Seagal movies too. You know that?
Who did?
Fire Down Below, Chris Christopherson.
That's the only one I know. He
Who
played
watched?
in.
Who watches
Ain't
Steven
Steven
Seagal
Seagal a
movies?
I do. That's where I studied
That was that was the
my
only-
martial arts from.
We can tell.
Fuck
Hey,
around
don't-
and find out.
Yeah, that's what happened to your lip.
Hey, don't Steven Seagal.
He run up to Van Damme. he thought that he was a Steven Seagal disciple.
No, he looks like he ran into a damn van.
No, I ran into
Damn Van.
I ran into Lars Ertz. You like
Lars
that
who?
shit, huh? Got my nuts stuck on, huh?
Lars Ertz. Ulrich.
Fuck your lip up, huh?
It sounded like you were saying lurch.
Hey, Steven Seagal's released a few albums too.
I think so.
No, he can actually play guitar
can
really
play
good.
Come on.
Yes, he can. Swear,
I
I've
think-
seen videos.
I think some of
The Fire Down Below. Actually, he got on there and started picking
Mark for Death.
with
Mark
Sawyer
for Death.
Brown.
He wrote some of the soundtrack of that.
Yeah, Sawyer Brown was on. If I ain't mistaken, it's Sawyer Brown that's on Fire Down. Chris Christopherson, Sawyer Brown was in there. Travis Tritt was in there. Yep.
Hey, yeah. But you said Chris
And then
Christopherson
that was
was in a lot of Steven Seagal
Travis
movies. That
Tritt.
was the only one he was in, I think.
Travis Tritt. That was before he was the house band at the Civic Center.
Yeah, I thought for years I
band.
thought it was Travis Trent.
It is.
It was the way I spelled is what got you.
I said Tritt. Trot. Triumphant.
Yes. Keep going. Keep making
Yeah.
it worse.
Everything you said sounded good.
Let's take a break.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and big thanks to our sponsors. So we're going to hear from them right fast, and we'll be right back.
This week's sponsors for the show are Shane's Tire and Towing. #1 in the tire business. With state-of-the-art equipment and alignment machine, Shane's Tire and Towing for all of your new and used tire needs. Worth the call, every time. Call Shane at 843-309-5920. Maryland Fried Chicken of Hartsville. The best shrimp and hush puppies in town. Great restaurant with great service. Fresh marinated chicken with an unbelievable menu. Do yourself a favor and stop by for some goodness. For grading and paving. For all your residential and commercial needs. For grading and clearing, topsoil, sand, clay, gravel and asphalt. Give Jeffrey Furr a call today at 843-537-2881. You will be glad you did. J. Michael's Bar and Grill. The perfect place to try some new stuff or enjoy the classics. It's a great choice, so make it your first choice. Listen to some live music on the porch while you enjoy a cold one. Come get it while it lasts. Spiro's Wings and Ale. Great food, live music, and a great atmosphere. Food and drink specials with the best service around. Always the place to be with friends, family, or just bring yourself. You deserve it. Thanks to all our sponsors. And now, back to the show.
All right, and we're back.
You want me to click it again?
No, don't click it no more. We're fine. And we're back. Thank you for waiting.
He's going to leave it right on the table, though, just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
Sorry for that big silence. And we got to teach Scott time, and God almighty, he's horrible.
My timing is awesome. I do that for y'all's benefit.
All right, we're moving on to guitars. Our subject tonight for guitars is... Go ahead, Scott. Tell them what the guitars is. I always tell everybody. You tell somebody.
He forgot.
Dimebag Darrell, who was born August 20th, 1966.
Yesterday.
Would have been celebrating his birthday yesterday.
So, celebrating his birthday. So that's what our conversation will be: is the life and times of Dimebag Darrell.
Hopefully, that what it'll be.
Pantera, the main band. He was, him and his brother.
Do you know what his real name was?
Ask Scott. Yes, Scott.
Darrell?
Do you know what his real name was?
Was
the
it
pressure's
Darrell?
on.
It was
right now, looking at
Darrell
you.
Abbott.
Close. Do you know his middle name?
I don't know his middle name.
Bag?
That was good, though.
Bag.
But Darrell Lance Abbott.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I was right. I said Darrell Abbott. I didn't know his middle name.
Well, nobody ever says,
What?
let's talk about Darrell Lance Abbott.
Yeah.
It's
In a test in high school, you would have failed.
Okay. Well, do you know his brother's full name? Do you even know who his brother is?
Bartholomew.
yes, exactly.
Lance.
Do you know who his brother is?
Or what he done?
Yeah, Vince.
Vinny.
Vinny.
Vinny. That's what I said. Short for Vince.
Okay, what was it? What was?
Vinny Paul.
There you go.
Vinny
Abbott.
Paul Abbott.
Paul was middle. Abbott's last. Vinny first.
Actually,
There you
Paul
go.
Vinny Abbott.
Thought you had me, didn't you?
I still don't know if you're right. Because I don't even know what you just said.
He was a bad ass guitarist. He honed his skills from a wee young strapping lad to the day he,
When did he start playing guitar?
he started playing in 22 AD.
That's what I know.
So you don't know.
Nope.
Well, I don't know the exact year. I know he started playing when he was young, and I think they grew up in Texas. Him and Vinny did, and I think there was a lot of guitar contests that he
Correct.
entered,
Yep.
and I think he won. I don't know how many times, but it was like multiple times, five,
in
six,
a row, I
yeah,
think.
or something. I think. I mean, he was one of those. When you saw him play, you knew he was gifted. You knew
Yeah,
he had
it was
something.
more than power chords. He could do like optics and damn.
Optics.
optics.
He could.
Is
Wow,
that,
I
is
feel
that
like-
what it is in guitar world?
Well, I've been playing guitar for 38 years.
He had the harmonics.
I haven't gotten the
and
optics down yet.
Well,
I'm still learning.
There's still time.
He had the damn
I think you're talking about
the harmonics,
octaves
Harmonicas.
or octaves.
octaves, yes,
Maybe. Not
and
optics.
Octaves.
harmonics and the scales. That's what he was best.
Scales. There's a good guitar
yeah.
word.
At. Yeah.
So a Dallas radio station, Q102, used to have a.
Q102.
Yeah.
They used to have a music contest every year, and at the age of 14, he was banned from entering the contest anymore because they said, please let someone else win.
Yeah.
Is that- that's what really happened?
At the age of 14,
I believe that.
he was banned.
Damn.
Did he have? Was he playing the Dean guitar that he was famous
That's
for
the
later?
one he won.
Because that's what he won. That's why
Right.
I knew there was a connection somewhere. Yes. So he at the contest, well, one of the contests, I guess, he won
I
that
guess it
guitar
was the
from
first
Dean.
one maybe, but and
Yeah.
I guess he would use it for the contest or whatever.
I want to
before he
know
was
if it was. I know it was from Dean, but I want to know if it was the same guitar or the same model guitar, the Razorback. The Razorback was later though, I think. Razorback wasn't that like his design or no?
I think it was. Well, I mean, I'm not sure, but I don't remember Dean having a guitar shaped like that until after
Yeah.
Dimebag Darrell. But I mean, you know, I
Talking about with
I
the
hadn't
V
been a big
head.
fan. Well, no, not with the big. Well, yeah, with the big
It was
V
the
head,
V
but
head,
also
yeah.
with the body shape.
Yeah,
But I mean, I wasn't
the
I wasn't a Dean
Explorer
guitar fan,
looking-
so I don't know if that was a regular
Yeah, no. So the
design they had, or
the
if-
Razorback is I've got one. I've got one of the Dimebag Razorback guitars at home. And
So,
it's got
so
like,
that's the one with the
it's-
design is kind of like it.
I'll show you guys the shape.
It's kind of like a flying V, but it goes off in the.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
it right there. That's it right there. Yep.
So I've got a black one that's got the white trim around the outside. of
So
it.
so that's a Dimebag Darrell model.
Yeah, it's the Dean Dimebag Razorback. Yep, and the classic black for that particular one that I looked up. But yeah, it's,
So when was
so that was
uh,
his. But
when was the Dean Razorback invented?
I'll have
was
to,
that-
I'll have to go look that up.
Was that before?
So there was a. Oh, that's a Washburn. That's not it.
You trying to put him on the spot? When was it invented, Scott?
Well, I don't know. I'm asking because I hadn't been.
Now I'm asking you.
Well, I'm not a big fan of.
Curious man.
I haven't ever been a big fan of Dean guitar, so I mean I don't know.
You don't like Dean guitars?
No, I like it, but I've just never been a big fan. I mean, I've never owned
Feel
a
some
Dean.
hostility coming from you to
No.
Dean
What
guitars.
did Dean do to you?
Yeah, what did Dean
It's
do
no
to you?
hostility. Actually, I
Did
do
they
own a
teabag
Dean
you
acoustic.
like Dimebag?
Wow.
Teabag?
Yeah, actually, I do have a Dean acoustic, that Dave Mustaine acoustic.
That's right.
Dave Mustaine?
Yeah.
So Pantera released their
'Cause
first
when I think
their
acoustic, I think-
debut album, Metal Magic, in 1983.
Yep, and that was when they were following in the. I hate the term hair metal, but that's
Yeah.
what.
Because it wasn't hair metal then.
But what's cool
Yeah,
about this
but
subject?
that's what they were.
Dimebag was 16 when they released their first album,
Which was what?
Metal Magic.
So
16 years old.
That was when they actually all had like a glam look to them.
Yeah.
Because glam was big at that time.
And that's when he
1986.
called himself Diamond
So
Darrell.
Yeah, it was Diamond
Scott,
Darrell.
you actually went to a Pantera concert, right, with your mom. Your mom took y'all, and
She took me, Ryan, and Jason because
and you got
we were we were too young
Right.
to drive. It was in 91, I think. So
but you
I
got
would've
to
been-
meet Dimebag
Yeah.
Darrell,
no,
Vinny.
we
or
met Vinny Paul.
and he gave you a poster, correct?
Was that in Arby's?
Was that where?
Did y'all
Arby's,
see him in Arby's? Did he come in Arby's?
No, it was Columbia. It was
like
at
the restaurant Arby's.
Yeah, the restaurant.
No, it was we were. When we
Razor.
were- when we
you're
were
serious
younger-
about that question. I got questions on top of that
No, it
question.
was at the, it
Wait,
was at,
RB for Razorback. Go ahead.
it was at the township in Columbia,
Township Hall.
the township auditorium.
Oh, where so and so played.
Yeah, last week or whatever.
Well,
but we went there and we used to like to go to concerts early because we like to go around the back of the venue to see if we could see the bands when they pulled
Come out
in
the
their,
bus or-
their buses or whatever. And 91, I think, when this happened, so I would have been 15, I guess. So too young to, we couldn't drive ourselves, so my mom carried us, and we got her to carry us
Again,
early.
you had the coolest mom.
And
Just
so
put
we
that
were
out there.
sitting out back of the auditorium, and the bus was parked in there. Of course, it was fenced in, so you couldn't go in there. But the bus was sitting there, and we saw Phil and Selma. A taxi cab come up. Phil and Selma got in the taxi cab and left to go somewhere. You know, the singer for Pantera.
Did you say, "Hey boy,
No, but
bye boy"?
No, but Phil and Selma back in 91, 92 was intimidating looking, you know, because he always looked mean.
still
you know?
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so he looked. He looked that
Walk
same
on
way
home, boy.
when he left out the taxi and he passed us. We were looking. He had that same scowl on his face, you know, looking at us like, "What the hell are these people doing out here?" You
I'd
know?
have shit in my hand and throw it at him. Fuck
But
it.
anyway, so then, Vinnie Paul come off the bus because you know Phil and Selma just left from the bus and the taxi took him out wherever he was going to go.
Yeah.
And Vinnie Paul come up and he saw us parked back there. You know, it was me, Jason, and Ryan sitting in the car, and my mom because she was driving us. You know,
That's all.
And-
That's awesome in itself right there. That
but
is awesome in itself.
he sees us and he comes out, you know, comes through the gate, and at that time we were, you know, we were there because they were opening up for Skid Row, so we were there to see Skid Row because we were big Skid Row fans. We wasn't that because Pantera was a new band. We wasn't that familiar with them at that time.
Yeah.
You know, Cowboys from Hell had just come out. This might have been 90. I said 91. It might have been 90. But so Cowboys from Hell had just come out, and we knew the song from like Headbangers Ball and all, but we wasn't that familiar with the album and wasn't that familiar with the band members. So when he come out, I didn't know who he was. He come walking up and started talking to us, and you know he carried on a conversation with, and he was like the nicest guy that you could ever. I mean, like even my mom was asking him questions, and he was like, "Yes, ma'am," or "No, ma'am." I mean, he was like he had manners. It was like this is a guy who's in a heavy metal, you know, head banging band, and he sounds like the nicest person that you could ever meet. You know, and it was cool. You know, and I didn't ever think about getting a autograph. You know, Jason was in the back seat, and Jason was like, "Hey man, you think you can give me an autograph?" He was like, "Oh, sure," you know, and he signed, I think, Jason's shirt. And then he
cool.
signed, I think we had some magazines or something in the car he signed.
Well, you said he bought out a poster.
Then he walked back, you know, he said, you know, "I'm glad y'all guys are here to see the show. Hope y'all enjoy it." He left. He went back, you know, of course, in the gate, went to the tour bus, opened up the doors on the bottom, you know, and they had all their merch up under there. He got 3 posters. I think it was 5 by, I don't know, it was the big posters, you know. He got 3 of them, brought them back out, signed all 3 of them, and gave me, Ryan, and Jason one, you know.
Have you
Just
still got yours?
think if I know we done had this conversation.
I wish
Just
I did.
imagine if you had that poster.
I hadn't asked Jason. I'm sure
I
Jason
guarantee
probably
Jason
has
still
his.
got his.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
Jason
that's
keeps
crazy.
everything, and I just don't know what happened to my. I mean, it might be in the attic at my mom's house. I don't know. But
Chris,
I
we
mean,
need
to
go visit
know,
him.
But I mean,
to
it-
know
that
what
was a-
you know today.
that was
and
it was a cool experience. You
yeah,
know?
that's what I'm saying.
Because, like I said, he was as down to earth as a person could be. You know,
That's that
And
Texas respect.
Well, yeah, and he when he was talking to us, it was like he genuinely wanted to hear what we, you know,
did he have
were
the long,
asking
did he
him.
have the long hair at the time?
Yeah,
he
yeah,
did?
he had long
did?
hair.
Was he thin or thick? Well, like he was.
Well, he's never been thin, but I mean,
Yeah, he was fat
Stocky.
like you.
It's not
well,
fat.
yeah,
that's
he
stocky.
was stocky.
Not
Yeah.
fat. That's
He was
stocky.
fat
But
like you.
so
that
he
I
was.
was-
consider Scott as borderline fat.
Are we really doing it?
It-
Scott is stocky. That's muscle right there, pal.
That's
He's
days
a
on the
corn
farm.
stalk.
He's a
I'm a
corn.
lima
corn
bean.
stalk. A corn
You are a
stalk
lima.
is-
You are a butter bean.
You know, we used to do P90X together. I mean, no, not P90X. What was that?
No, F3.
F3 together, and I'd whoop his ass every morning.
Is that a true story?
How many times did that happen? How many days did you
in
go?
the
He was like,
mornings you done
"Damn, Chris,
Hey, I think Chris went for like a week.
Oh,
But they only go once a week, don't they?
what was your?" I was
No,
rim.
no, they have it
That's what I
every
did.
day.
I was rim shop. What was your nickname? Butterbean.
Rim.
No, it was a juice box.
Juice box.
Who
That
gave y'all
is
Juice
right.
box.
nicknames?
Well, that's what
But-
they would give you.
Yeah, so I didn't like.
they
I
give you a
went.
name.
I went one day because that early morning stuff was not for
God.
me.
I
He
remember.
did.
I remember. No,
Yeah.
I remember. Was it
Trey
the
was
second
like, "Give me
day?
a
Was it the
shot."
second day we were met up? We were on the football field.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, was that where you ralphed all over the place?
Yeah, I puked. I ain't gonna lie.
did you really?
He couldn't handle. He
They-
was like,
they about-
he's like, I feel sick.
No,
I said, I see
And
three
I
of
mean,
you.
Everybody, when they make somebody throw, it's like a big.
Hoorah.
Yeah, it's like a big heroic. Like they gather around, like, yeah, we made him throw up. We did it.
I didn't.
And Chris was
I
sitting
didn't
on
throw
the,
up, but I
Chris was
never
laying
really
on
woke
the, on the
up.
ground. I'm about, I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't take it.
Man.
I made
And
him
I
proud.
was sitting,
Did he
I
come
was
back
sitting
the
up
next
just
day?
looking at disgust. I was like, fucking Pusey right here.
You know what? You know what my nickname was that they gave me? I was so pissed off, which is probably why I didn't go back. Meatloaf. Now see, so
my God.
their reasoning for the meatloaf thing was because I was a singer. But I'm here because I'm trying to lose some weight. You call me meatloaf? I'm not coming back.
Talking about shooting a man's horse down.
God
Chris,
damn.
did you go back?
I would do anything for love, but I
No.
didn't go back.
Them guys are crazy, man.
After
I
you
don't
threw
know-
up, you
I
went
want
back.
to lose
That-
weight on my own time.
That's how I got the name Juice Box. Because one of the guys was like, he looks like a juice box. Look at him. He's square up here and then square all the way down. I was like, damn.
You should have walked up and kicked him in the face.
I was like, okay.
So you got
That's
juice
my name,
box,
Juice Box.
and Chris got rim job. That's funny.
No, not rim job,
Rim
asshole.
job.
Well, everybody started calling him Rim Job.
It is a rim job.
Oh, man.
Rim job.
All right.
What is
We
it?
got-
Rim job? Go ahead and tell us rim job.
All right, wait. Mother of shit.
Yeah, we way off topic here.
So,
We're supposed to be talking about Dimebag Darrell and Pantera.
All right,
So do you know Phil Anselmo was not the original singer of Pantera?
whoa, 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 whoa,
I know
whoa,
they had a
whoa,
different
whoa,
singer,
whoa.
but
No, I didn't. I'm ready to hear this, though.
No, Terry Glaze was the original singer.
And who was he a part of?
The first Pantera band before Phil Anselmo joined. Anselmo. How do you say it? Anselmo?
yep.
That dude.
Phil Anselmo.
Anselmo. Anselmo.
I like to do a bio on his ass. I bet he's insane. His parents
He
left
is
him as a
insane.
young boy to the monkeys. The monkeys raised him.
Hey, hey,
No, I
with the
don't think so.
monkeys.
That dude is insane. He's crazy.
You think so?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Every interview I saw with him, he seemed sane to me. I mean, he's
I mean,
he always
had that voice
always-
and energy.
yeah, but he has that look. Like
Wonder
he
if he
always
could
looks
do
like
that.
he's.
Wonder if he
I
could do
wouldn't
that
mess
Looks
with
now.
like
him.
he's pissed off, but
I
I mean,
wouldn't mess with him.
You know what?
I guess that's his resting bitch face. You know,
I
Yeah,
wonder.
you know, let me tell you real quick. So I watched, it was like one of those behind the music things, I think. And they were talking about, this was after Dimebag had died, and they were talking about the turmoil or whatever that they had. And he's like really, he's talking really slow, really low, really deliberate. And it was intimidating in a way, just the way he was talking. You know what I mean? Did you watch? You had to watch it. I know you watched that.
I think I did. Yeah,
But-
and I actually,
That was the first time that I'd seen him in that light. Like I'd seen him in full rock star status. Like, yeah, we're having we're going to do this and this and this. But that show that and it's been so long since I watched it. But that show that I watched when he was talking, it was very like, I don't know. You have to go back and watch it again.
Yeah, well, he always, like I say, he has that face where he looks like he's pissed at the world all the time, you know. And when he sings, it comes across that way just because it sounds so angry and, you know, just the voice he has, you know, he pours all of it into it when he's singing, and he comes across as angry, but he's really not. He's actually a pretty funny dude.
Yeah.
It like I remember. I think me and Ryan had a Pantera video or DVD that they released or something. You know, where it's like a bunch of backstage footage and all. And I mean, he's really funny. Like they were backstage, and this is all on the video. I think it's called Vulgar Display of Video or something. You know, because their second album was Vulgar Display of Power.
Yeah.
And it might have been Vulgar Videos, or I can't remember what the name of it was, but it's something. It's a DVD they had, and it's got a lot of backstage footage with it. But there's one part in there where there's some these Christian people get backstage to, you know, talk about them, you know, being devil worshippers or whatever, you know.
I can't see this stuff.
And they I don't know how to get backstage or get into the dressing room, but you got Phil Anselmo sitting there, and they're sitting there talking about you're going to hell, you know. Your music is, you know, everything you're doing, you know, is bad. You know, you shouldn't be doing this. The devil has you, you know. The devil is holding your hand, and Phil Anselmo was like, the devil's got me by the balls. And I was like, damn. And they like, made fun of you, but the devil's got you. He's like, well, let me see. He's got me by the left ball. I'm like, damn. But
I mean, he was saying something like that, too.
It's funny, but I mean, you know, I think his demeanor and his look, I don't think does.
I think his two songs and videos were Cowboys from Hell to explain who he is, and I'm Broken. I mean, he goes off on both of them videos, dude. And I'm like, that's a badass
Walk,
dude.
too. Walk is...
Damn, I can't believe I forgot about that. Walk.
We just talked about it. Walk on home, boy.
Walk on home, boy.
You know, Dimebag Darrell was only ranked number 92 in Rolling Stone's.
Yeah, I saw that. And that is,
100.
Rolling Stones don't know what the hell they talking about, obviously.
No, they don't. And
They don't, man, because that dude right there,
you had said something about Gibson's.
he was so technical.
As good as
the hell was that? I heard a duck. It sounded like a duck. I was like, I heard a last call noise. I ain't never heard that noise.
It was
what the hell was that noise?
Well,
Intermediate?
it is almost last call, but before we call last call, I just had an epiphany. Something just came over me that told me we didn't do a shot for our for this topic.
We didn't.
My goodness.
We freaking didn't.
No.
We did not christen this show.
Well, we're going to.
I mean, this topic.
We're going to.
Yeah, I don't know how I remembered.
We're just so excited to talk about Pantera.
Pantera.
Pantera Red. Talk about Pantera and Dimebag Darrell.
Okay, well,
so sorry about the duck.
Trey's fixing our shots that should have been done 20 minutes ago, but...
Yeah,
I'm sorry. You can
no, that's Chris's fault.
pay me less than you paid me last time.
It's Chris's fault, Trey, not yours. Chris is the one who's supposed to know this thing because he's the one who's always. That's right. Well, always jamming on the shot.
Before we get back on the air, Chris is like, let's do a shot.
He texts us, trying to remind us. Good job, bro.
But didn't you say? What was Gibson's? What they have him ranked as? Was it
like number 9 or something? It was
number 5 or 9?
Yes, number 5.
Number 5.
Yeah,
but even if you think about Rolling Stone's ranking, had him at what, number 90 something?
92.
Cheers.
If you think about,
hey, cheers.
Yeah,
because we're gonna keep. I'm gonna stop you right now because we're gonna keep talking.
All right.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna do it.
But
That son of a gun had some booze in it, buddy.
it did. But
I mean,
when I think about Rolling Stone, but that was back. Can I say something before you say
Go
it?
ahead.
I think the Rolling the Rolling, and
the Rolling.
I actually had a subscription to Rolling Stone magazines, and I just thought they were fucking pussies. I'm gonna say it.
Ooh,
Is that why you
I'm
bought
gonna
the
say
subscription?
I said what I said.
that's hot.
I said what I said. Because they always they played down everything,
I'm not a big fan of Rolling Stones either. But
I like Spin magazine because the Spin magazine told the damn truth. I believe.
well, but
Playboy had better stories. They did.
They look better.
what I'm saying about the guitar rank having Dimebag Darrell at number 90 something and Rolling Stones, it's
actually massive.
well, when you think about how many guitarists is out there, if you're in the top 100 guitarists, I think of all time, I think it's
You've
still
done something.
pretty damn good, because you got to look at how many guitarists is out there.
No, I'm not on that list. Just in case anybody was wondering, I'm not on that list. Hold on, I skipped the camera too quick. I'm not on that list.
There's so many great guitarists. Dimebag Darrell is one. When you look at top guitarists in of all time in the world, if you're in the top 500, you're in the top like 1 percentile, I would think.
Probably a half a percent.
Yeah, I would think so. You think how many people play guitar? So that's still. I mean, yeah, I can see you saying, well, I think he should be higher, but I mean, the whole thing is subjective. It is. It's a Rolling Stone has their writers and all.
Rolling Stone was a broad stroke magazine.
I know.
A broad stroke.
They weren't looking at the technicality of a guitar player.
And I can probably guess.
They basically looked at the most famous guitarists and then ranked them like that. They never looked at what they did.
So
how they did
who
it.
was in their
I
top
don't know
10?
if I'd
Do you
agree
know?
with that. Going that
Back
far.
then?
What? No, in that that ranking where they had Dimebag Darrell number 90 something. Who was in the top 10? I would guess probably
Dimebag Darrell, Eddie Van Halen.
It was 2011. So
2011.
And Dimebag Darrell was 90, ranked 90 something.
This is 2011.
I would say probably Jimi Hendrix they would have in their top 10.
Well,
No, I'm guessing it would be the usual suspects would be.
Yeah.
So I started typing in 2011 when I started typing in Rolling, like it popped up Stone Top 100 guitars.
Yeah.
But your phones don't listen to you though.
Oh no, they listen.
So number five that just popped up was Jeff Beck.
Jeff, okay. Well, yeah, Jeff Beck's a great guitarist, so I can see that.
who was Jeff Beck?
But Jeff Beck's name come up a lot since he died. It seems like he
Well,
came
and
up more.
that's what I'm
more
saying.
since he died.
He's
Well, somebody didn't like me. Who's Jeff Beck?
He's old guitar player.
from the 50s.
But he played with. Didn't he play with Jimmy Page with the Yardbirds?
The Yardbirds. I think he was in the Yardbirds.
Who do you think number one would be?
Off what magazine?
The 2011 where he was ranked 92.
Jimi Hendrix in the top 5?
He was number one.
Was he? I figured he'd be up there.
Who was
Jimmy.
who was the top 5?
Man, you know what?
Who was the top 5?
I'm not gonna say it.
Right off what you got. Who's the top
Jimi
5?
Hendrix number one. Number
No.
2, Eric Clapton.
Eric Clapton. Okay.
Number 3, Jimmy Page. Number 4, Keith Richards.
You know, I
Okay, and see, I don't
agree with that.
I don't either.
Keith Richards.
I don't agree with that at all.
Keith Richards wrote a lot of great riffs. I don't see him being
I see a bunch of people. I see
when
5
I
people
think
at a
of-
circle table with that fucking magazine.
Well, when I
like this
think
person.
of best guitarists, I think of the people who can play almost
Eddie
anything.
Van Halen.
I'm gonna
They're like guitar virtuosos.
I'm gonna piss people off.
Keith Richards isn't
Virtuosos? What the
No,
hell
but-
was
that.
that?
But Keith Richards is a great songwriter.
Yeah.
But,
He can
Okay,
write
take
some
that.
great.
but not
I
to
got
take
that. I
nothing
got that.
away from Keith Richards. I mean, he
Well,
probably
I'm
learned.
not taking anything away from
No,
Keith
I'm
Richards.
saying
I
he
think he's a
probably
great
learned.
guitarist.
He probably learned how to play guitar from Jesus. I mean, he's been playing a long time.
Well, that top 5 was, I think, bullshit.
Yeah.
I agree.
Can I say something?
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
I'm gonna piss people off, and I don't really
Say
I don't
it
really
ain't
care.
so.
I'm a damn good guitar player. I'm not a great guitar player. I will not ever go Keith Richards is the best guitar player or in a top 5 for me, because Keith Richards is an open key open key tuning guitar, and you could do all these kind of crazy stuff that sounds really good. Him and Jimi Hendrix were obviously great guitar players. I'm not saying they weren't. They're better than not ever be, but you're not going to say that. I have a hard time understanding how people can say they were so amazing. No, they weren't. They were innovative.
Well,
they came up with they came up with new sounds and new techniques and new styles. Like, they came up with all this stuff that was different than anything that was going on before, just like Eddie Van Halen. But I can't say that the technique, the style, all that kind of stuff made them better guitar players than 6 through 10 and 10 through 20, because I'm just not going to say that, because they were amazing, but I think they were more innovative than they were amazing.
I have the same thinking you do, because
that's like saying Neil Young is a great guitar player.
Like I'm saying, I think Keith Richards is some of the stuff Keith Richards come up with on guitar is
Innovative.
amazing. Yeah,
That's innovative.
It's so I would consider him a great guitarist, but one of the I don't see Keith
I would too.
Richards.
I'm not saying they weren't great guitar players, and that's exactly what I'm saying. They were great
Bring
guitar
Keith
players.
Richards up to the 80s.
No, you can't compare. You
Fuck
can't.
that.
No.
You got
No,
different.
yes, we can.
No, it's not.
Well, you can. You can if you want to, but I mean,
It's not fair.
It's not fair to do that. The different.
Well, that's why I disagree with the magazine. You can't say that this is the top 5 guitarists.
Well, so what are
I
they-
think I think what the Rolling Stones
When
was
the Rolling
doing
Stones magazine
was,
come out what
think,
time?
I don't think they were.
this guy
I mean,
heated.
I think it was they were trying to do the best guitars, but I think their thinking. I think got into.
There wasn't no fucking thinking. It was a group of like 10 people around a round table.
I think they had
with their
they
fucking
had people
favorite
who were
guitarist.
coming up with the list.
You know, did they
and
base it
it
off?
was who influenced them the most.
Exactly.
What- yeah.
That's what I was trying
It's
to get
not-
to.
Okay, I see where you're going to.
Did they
We're
base-
talking about influence and not actual style,
Yeah,
not
not
actual
that's what
style,
they
not
were
actual
looking
not
at.
actual
talent.
playing.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
They had to base it
So
off
I don't agree with Rolling Stone's top 5 or top 10.
I'm glad you see it that way, because
and I don't think
as a
anybody
guitar player,
would.
I'm seeing it from that perspective, and I'm going, yeah, I mean they're great, but are you saying they're the top 5 because they were innovative, or because they were
A staple in time.
They were fast and they were technical and all this kind of stuff.
No.
I don't think that Keith Richards is fast and technical, and I don't
Nope.
think that Jimi Hendrix was fast
Nope.
and technical.
Okay.
he was
Well,
great, but
Trey-
he was different.
Trey, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Then.
Do it.
Okay. So now,
I like
what-
it. Yeah, put me on the spot. Come
what
on,
would
bring it.
it-
Yeah.
because we don't have a whole lot of time, I'm not going to go top 10 or top 5. Let's say top 3. What would your top 3 best guitarists? I'm talking about as far as style and playing, not
Technically,
influence, not
Just your best.
somebody who you like their riffs that they came up with. Your top 3 guitarists as far as their ability, their talent.
John Lee Hooker and shit. I'd hate to even say this, but Eric Clapton. And these aren't my favorite. They're just people that I
I'm
think.
talking about as far as talent.
That's number 2.
I'm also trying to.
I know. Well, you see,
No, listen to me. Hold on.
This
No, let
could
me-
get into muddy waters real quick because it's
Muddy Waters, that's a good one.
Well, it is, but I mean, it can because it's
here's-
so much to.
The
pull
problem
from.
is you can't. It's so hard to say that this guitar player is the best guitar player ever, because you have to think about where he is in time, and where you are in time. You've got influences that brought you to that
That's
spot.
right. Yeah.
You've got John Lee Hooker from way back in the 50s or 60s, whatever it was. You got him that influenced people. The blues influenced so many people. The blues influenced people over in England. Eric Clapton. And Jimmy Page, like all these guys. So it's hard to say who's the best guitar player because they were influenced by so many guitar players before them. And then equipment evolved, guitar styles evolved, the sounds evolved, and things like that. And so that's why I say that people like Keith Richards, who's been around since Jesus, never evolved. He just played the same way, and everybody was like, "That's amazing." And so I love Keith Richards, but I can't put him on my greatest guitar.
I agree with that.
list.
Well, you
So
can't.
it's
That's what
hard.
I'm saying.
So
Because
as a
you-
guitar player, it's hard to do that because
Well, I know.
I'm
That's
looking
what
at
I'm
it from
saying.
different eras.
That's what I'm saying. You still hadn't given me your top 3. You gave me 2.
I can't. I don't know that I can
That's
do
what
that.
I'm saying. And
But I can tell you who's
going
not.
Going back to that, Rolling Stones list
was more than just me.
It's got to
It was
be.
more than just
but
me
I'm,
talking. It
I'm
was several
saying
people.
I don't agree with it either. But it's when you try and pick it yourself, it's like
That's what
okay. Then you start getting
you're
into
not
a whole,
listening to me though. You going on and on.
Yeah. They also
the
didn't put me
Rolling-
on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
When the
They should
Rolling
have.
Stones magazine was invented, they had ample amount of people deciding who was the best guitarist at the time. At the time, how long has Rolling Stones magazine been out?
They said at the time, but what they were talking about today.
That's what I'm talking about. When was Rolling Stones magazine come out?
Let's talk
did
about-
anybody know
Rolling
this?
Stones come out in 50, 53, 54?
And what was
when Rolling Stones magazine actually
I
come
really,
out?
I don't know. I'm not intelligent of it, but I'm pretty sure.
Can we get a look up on
They
Rolling
got to be
Stones?
basing their decisions off either
Well, they
record
fucking
sales, album
suck.
sales.
I'll tell you that.
I'm just saying.
It
but
pissed
they,
me off
They got to have
when I looked
guidelines.
up the damn.
Well, see, I'm sure
they
that's probably
listed
what.
Dimebag Darrell as 95.
I'm sure that
Carol just said something important though. What are the guidelines that they
Well,
base
and
those?
that's
they
what it
got
is.
to have guidelines.
I'm
yeah.
sure they had guidelines to go by, and album sales it doesn't do justice. I mean, you got people like Joe Satriani who are like guitar virtuosos. I mean, who
I love when you say that.
Yeah.
November 9th,
but I mean,
1967.
and who aren't? They don't sell many records because
What was it?
it's
Virtuoso.
a virtuoso.
What's that
yeah.
mean?
That means like the best of the best. It's
I
like-
love that. Virtuoso. I love that.
Yeah.
I love the
So
language.
you got people like that, and they don't sell many records just because they don't have the
ability
sing
to-
along anthem songs
Yeah.
that people want to
Right.
hear.
Yeah.
But
But who is listening to that?
what, like Joe
Exactly.
Satriani?
I'm with you.
Because-
I feel you.
because-
I feel you.
And then,
I know what,
and this
yes.
is me pissing people off again. Joe Satriani, Yngwie Malmsteen, these guys like that, they're so damn good. They're
They
so
are.
fast. But then every time I look at it, I'm thinking like Brad Paisley. You're showing off, man. You're just showing
Yes.
off.
Exactly.
Because I can't get into that. I can't get into that vibe.
Well, and see, and-
That is my point.
That's why you're the
Brad Paisley way better than
that's
motherfucker.
why your
Noodling.
guitar
They're
players who are
noodlers.
like that they don't get that recognition because
Yeah.
most people don't. It's not commercial.
You're right. You're
You know.
exactly right.
Bottom
has
line,
to- it has
bottom
to
line
be a-
is we don't give a shit what Rolling Stone says. They're fucking wrong.
Rolling Stones
I'm gonna
come
say
out.
that you could quote me on that. You can come and attack me.
So for those guys at Rolling Stone that I emailed yesterday for sponsorship,
I love you guys. I
just
agree with everything you said yesterday.
Rolling Stones.
All right, Rolling Stones come out when?
He's still asking.
Well, no, I want to know when Rolling Stones.
So
come out.
Rolling Stones' first issue appeared November 9th,
Give me a heavy
1967,
nerd. Matey.
1967.
with John Lennon on the cover. The magazine's creators intended Rolling Stone to be a barometer of artistic taste
a
and
barometer?
A barometer.
Or a barometer. Barometer's
well,
fine.
Barometer.
Come on.
I wasn't sure
Guys.
if that was going to be barometer. or not.
Nobody at this table agrees with me about the Rolling Stone magazine about ratings.
Well,
You don't agree? Do you
it's,
disagree?
well, it's. I can look at their.
Hold on, let me put it this way. Let me wait.
Hold on.
Let me talk.
Let me tell you what I
You
think
piece
about
of
Rolling
shit.
Stone.
You ain't gonna let me talk, are you?
No, I'm gonna let you
I'ma
talk.
tell you
But,
something.
but I want you to hear me on this.
I'm here.
It is what since we've been discussing all this.
All right.
I've come to realize you might not agree with Rolling Stone's top 100. I might not agree with Rolling Stone's top 100. But when you're pressed to give your top 100, then everything gets murky. It's like, well, I can put this one at number one. Then you're like, well, maybe not. Maybe I'll put this one. So I can see it's, even though that wouldn't be my list, I can understand where they're coming from.
You got to have guidelines
I
to come up
guess,
with a top
yeah.
100.
You know what? I will softly agree with you. You know, I guess
Softly?
it pisses me off that they would. I mean, how many subjects has Rolling Stones judged drummers?
Well, I think they've had a lot of them.
Exactly. Like,
I'd actually like to compare those and see how much they vary because you're right. They've probably done several top guitar players.
I would think so.
Let me see your top 20. Let me compare your top 20 to what you said your top 100 was.
1967.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Top
I remember
100 today, like right now. Bam. I bet it's dramatically has changed.
Yeah, but we also have to say, are we saying when we talk about it today, are we talking about all time up until today?
That's what I'm talking about.
Or are we talking about today's guitar players? Because the problem is a lot of the music that's out there now doesn't even have real guitars in it.
Yeah, what
do you mean?
That's a subject for a
Fuck no. Let's
No.
hear it now.
yeah,
No, let's
that's
don't
a
get into
subject
it.
for a different
We got to start wrapping things
conversation
up.
because that's a lot of today's music don't
Hey,
even
that could be
have.
My damn blood pressure's up.
That could be a topic for a later
gotta
show.
calm down.
actually.
It could be.
I gotta calm down.
But so
I got to calm down too.
so
This,
Rolling
we
Stones-
talk about guitar stuff.
So
and
Rolling Stones has roughly been around 56 years or so.
A long
1967.
time. And their list changes dramatically every year.
Yeah, so
Sure.
that would be that'd be a cool little subject to go back to if we could have a judge Rolling Stones own list.
Yeah.
Go back and look at
let's go critique Rolling Stone
Yeah.
because
let's
that's
do
where
it.
we're at.
critique and see how their list has changed. as
Because
far as
part of
drummers,
it
guitar.
has got to be based on magazine
Well,
sales.
yeah, and I'm sure it's based on certain things.
You know, just
You
like
got-
our
I was just sitting here thinking out of the whole conversation.
That's what happened.
We got way off track talking about Dimebag Darrell.
I know. I was actually
But
I was
Rolling
actually
Stones.
I was going to bring you back to Dimebag, but whenever you guys are ready.
Well, obviously it got heated, and
Ooh.
I lost control.
Ooh, that
I
was a
know.
topic, boy. That was
That
a topic. Got excited.
Let's close out with Dimebag then. Let's
Okay.
get back to Dimebag.
Yeah.
Let me say something real quick, if that's okay. Just to go back to what we talked about before with the guitar. So I looked it up. The Dean Razorback, right? It was an electric guitar that was made by Dean, obviously. A variation of the Dean ML, which I don't think had that little jagged part up at the top, was designed by Dimebag Darrell. It came out in 2004, which
Oh, okay.
guess
So,
what
yeah,
happened? Guess what else happened that year?
That's when he got
Yeah.
killed.
So that was his newest.
So
design?
his signature guitar, the Dean Razorback, came out the year
he
Oh my
died.
god.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He was murdered.
In Ohio.
Yep. So
What city was it in Ohio? Do you know that? Ennis.
I don't know.
I think it was Ennis or Ennis.
Enos. Columbus.
Yep.
It was Columbus, Ohio.
I wasn't even
That's
close.
actually where my sister was actually born in Columbus, Ohio. We lived there for a year. I lived in Ohio.
Well, she
Did you
lives
know
in Atlanta now.
just outside of Atlanta? Yeah.
Yeah, in the mountainside.
Yeah. Well, up towards it's in Kennesaw.
Kennesaw. I delivered
it's
boat
just-
trailers up there.
Yeah, just outside of Atlanta.
Shit, I could have visited her up there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So she was born in Columbus.
but damn it.
Congratulations. That's never mind. I'm not going to talk shit about
Well,
Ohio.
you
We
know,
love
I
when
got-
you come down here and cut us off.
Hey, we should get Jennifer on the show.
We could. We'd call her right now.
Let's do it.
No, we're not going to call
Come
her.
on. I'll call her.
No, we're not.
No, you know.
How you got my sister's phone number?
I don't.
That's all right. I got your sister's phone number. Hang on.
Nikki, you don't want to talk to her.
Uh-oh, I do have a bunch of texts from my daughter. All right, that's going to do it for us tonight.
All right, but Dimebag Darrell, he died what? December 8th?
14th.
2004? December 14th?
14th.
December 14th, 2004. And he's one who, of course, will be missed for decades and
yeah.
decades.
That's right.
I mean,
Never replaced
And
that.
happy birthday, Daryl.
yep,
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
Dimebag Darrell.
yep.
Here's a shot for you, brother. Hell yeah. Because that's the last. Well, no.
I get home.
Damage Plan was the last band you played for.
I get home. I might have to pull out that Dimebag Darrell guitar and play it a little bit.
Yep. Play some Cowboys.
The only problem with it, and the guitar players out there listening will know what I'm talking about, is
That was Fireball.
is that damn Floyd Rose on that. Floyd Rose is a thing on the guitar that helps keep it in tune. This is an Eddie Van Halen thing, so it keeps it in tune when you do one of those dive bombs where you bring it all the way down. But they're the most difficult thing in the world to get set up.
Real quick, when you dive on your guitar, how bad does it take it out of tune?
Well, if it's got a Floyd Rose,
that's what
see the Floyd Rose, what it does,
keeps it from.
it has
That
going out
little
of
bar, the little fat bar.
Well, not always. So like.
Looks like
Floyd-
a 50 setup.
Listen, can I tell you, Mr. Drummer Man, can I talk to you for a second?
Yes, sir.
Let me learn you some stuff real quick. So the Floyd Rose tremolo down at the bottom where it bends, right? That's kind of normal. I mean, there's lots of differences, but it does the same thing as a regular guitar that has a whammy bar on it. The difference is it's got little micro tuners on it, but also up at the top of the neck, it's bolted down, so it's locked in. So
the Eddie Van Halen style.
So it can't move.
Well, yes, exactly. Yeah, so other guitars that, like a Fender Stratocaster, if it doesn't have Floyd Rose, it doesn't have that lock at the top, and you do a bend. You do too many of them, you're going to start knocking out of tune a little bit. So, like, I'm a Les Paul guy mainly, so I don't have that. So I grab the neck and bend the body down just before it cracks. That's the best I can do.
Bullshit. It cracked the whole thing when you dropped it.
Yeah, that's when he dropped it.
That's all right. I fixed it.
That's usually going to happen to any damn guitar.
Well, that's true. I busted the neck off, but I fixed it and I still play it. That's my number one.
All right, that's all the time we have. We appreciate everybody for listening. Thank our sponsors. Man, this is my damn blood pressure is still pumping from the damn guitarist topic.
It's not that shot,
Scott,
right?
I'm gonna fight your ass in a minute.
What? I agreed with you a lot. I was just
Yeah,
saying. I was saying after I wasn't happy with the Rolling Stones list either, but I said after we start thinking about who was going to be in our top, you can see how it can get
Hey, Scott.
murky quick.
Scott.
Yeah.
Shut up. Okay. All right. This is Cut 24, and we are out. Out.
I just want to put a shot of myself on the screen for just a minute.